Did I press the button? Oh god, which... Okay, good, the music came back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, hello, and welcome back to Square Up, everybody's 19th favorite, sometimes every other weekly Wednesday Tetris show. My name is IanKeith, and sorry, not sorry, you're stuck with me, because we've got 4 matches on the card today, and honestly, 4 banger matches, top to bottom. We're gonna have some fun today. We're starting off with an absolute monster of a match. Giovanni and Maestro first to face off. Then you can kick back a little popcorn, a little snack. Try not to lose yourself in the beautiful hot garbage of 2 consecutive very fun matches before finishing things off with that beautiful purple belt getting fought over. Good news is, even if you thought you had enough Tetris over this weekend, there's always more. Yeah, indeed, I see the chat. Yeah, GG dog. I mean, if you didn't get to watch those streams live, wait for stuff to come up on YouTube and then just stare. A lot of fun things happened over the course of the weekend. I think that new qualifying format, Chef Kiss, really cool. It really changed the flavor of the whole thing. But who needs qualifiers? We got friendlies. Let me just go over here and just press this button. Why did that show up? I thought I hit that. Anyways! First match! We already got players on screen. One of them been chillin', the other anything but. Cousin Avi with the 7 stream streak. Let's go, friendlies. Good to have you. Good to have everybody here so far. We got our players on screen. My goodness gracious. One of them is relaxing so hard. Welcome in, Maestro. Welcome in, Gio. We're going to get things underway momentarily. Really, whenever you two are ready. Let me know if you want same piece sets, all that jazz. Oh, I woke you up. Welcome on in, Nino. How am I doing? Oh yeah, no, can't do that. Anyways. Yes, players, if you want same piece sets, let me know. As soon as you are ready to rock, we can go. SPS says 1, the other says hello. And yes, excellent. I will get a seed ready for y'all. And there we go, 7-3 Echo Foxtrot Alpha 2. We are absolutely ready to rock. This is going to be a fun, just incredible way to start this off. Ready on one side, Heart from the other. A lot of respect between these two, but they got a score to settle. Ready's on both sides. No reason to delay. It's time to play game number 1 in 3, 2, 1. Square up. J-Bar TL, we are underway. Introductions, please. On the left-hand side, DAS player out of Italy. One of the greatest to do it in recent memory, in all honesty. Personal best score, absolutely monstrous. 1,325,125, as well as a 1.2 on a 19 start. That over there on your left is none other than Geo. His opponent on the right-hand side, DAS player out of the United States, NTSC personal best, 1.25 million, no slouch himself, despite whatever this early board is. On the right-hand side, a perennial challenger for many belts in the Friendlies universe. That right there is Maestro, who is currently dealing with a bit of an early dig. We kick things off. Early days. Game number 1 of the night. We got 4 matches. All of them scheduled for best of 5. First to 3 wins. We'll take it. 3 falls. Whatever you want to call it. According to the bot, Maestro does not have a 1.3. I mean, unless, you know, he just hasn't updated it like he's a goober or something. But yeah, 1.3 with DAS is... that is obscene. That is a huge freaking number. And Geo has just perennially been one of the best DAS players out there. Let me see if I can get this camera a little bit better. I goofed this. No, that's not camera. This is camera. Let's get Geo over a little bit more. Early days here, Geo does have the lead, 191 to 131. Maestro pulling off a bit of a tuck there. Could have gotten spicy, but a good job keeping control of the DAS, keeping it charged to get pieces where they need to go. Geo, though, really starting to try and build an early lead as we kick things off this fine Wednesday evening. You've got these two kicking it off, and we have a bit of silly fun later on. We get 7-Page Wilson and Gilded Lizard going at it. Then we get Martz and the return of Threes Twos, who I feel like, you know, despite them being all over the place, I haven't seen them play in a while, but I could be very wrong. We cap it off with a battle for the purple belt. Remy defending against a very eager Maestro. We had a lot of discussions in the server about this one, and there's a lot of possibilities, and people are lining up for the shot at Remy, who had some dangerous news for Maestro, but we'll cover that in a bit. Had Maestro confused with Tugi. Sometimes that's a compliment, and sometimes not. Your last comp match was a few hours ago. See, I'm so out of it right now. I didn't even go to CTWC, and I'm exhausted right now, let alone, you know, all the people actually did stuff like compete at the video game and things like that. 338 for Geo, taking the more aggressive single there, but there's a bar, there's a score. Geo gonna go to 361, Maestro at 311, but ahead by 6 lines right now, so with that pace advantage, you'll see Geo got about 3.5 Tetrises clear. We get to the 90 line mark in our first game of the night. These two players both playing with DAS and both very competent with it. Again, despite any stack intricacies you may currently see. But that does mean that we do kind of have a hard limit to these games. Neither player likely to go too deep into 29. Unless, you know, somebody wants to really surprise me, which, I mean, I'm down. I ain't gonna lie. Right now, Maestro want to bring this stack down. Getting a few helpful pieces to burn. Finally gets the T that he was looking for, that left-hand side, and able to dig away at this, but you look up and you can't give these kind of opportunities to Geo because that is a very large lead. Basically, in a matter of moments, 478 to 333 now. Geo starting to run away with game number 1. And continuing to rock. Maestro with a huge sigh of relief. Finally getting out of that sticky situation, but with only 3 Tetrises left before the 19 speeds kick in at 130 lines. And as you can see, yeah, this lead is now threatening. It's 167,000 right now, trying to threaten the 200K. As Geo has just kept everything under control, is playing incredibly well to kick things off. And a little T-spin and a Vitz. Okay. Styling on Maestro here in game 1 and looking for that 600 transition. We'll get it with this bar going in at 616. Yikes. Chip on the shoulder, maybe? Maestro in at 439 and off we run to the 19 speeds. Obviously, both players plenty of chops post-transition. Oh, and Das, this can always be precarious. Chat absolutely appreciating the maneuver of T-spin into Vitz, which is just, I mean, yeah. Maestro digging down, reopening the well with one more piece, but oh, it doesn't come in time. 494 for Maestro. Geo cruise control at 696. Now, gotta get the well reopened as well. Ooh, and this stack is starting to get kind of dangerous. Oh my goodness, just squeezes that that square over. This stack getting really rough for Geo, really fast. Oh boy. All right, that square makes it over, but no, the S does it, and Geo's gonna be done at 702. Maestro's got a 200,000 point chase down. I've got all the time in the world, but does have a lot of time here. The target score is 703,000. Maestro now into level 23 at 515, so we've got a ways to go, but that is the one window of opportunity. Now Maestro, oh, this is the sudden bit of aggression before immediately burning back out of it, thinking better of going for that dirty Tetris. But at some point here, I think Maestro is going to need to start taking Tetrises. 536 on level 24. Now 541 into 25. Again, we've got a little time left, but that window is starting to close again. Alright, there's a Tetris for Maestro to 574. Still got 130,000 or so to chase down. Geo can only watch, wonder what could have been. As Maestro keeps poking away, now 613. Welcome on into Barry Paba with a party of 3. Here in time for the first game of the night, Maestro with a dicey chase down at the clock ticking. 618 into level 27. Now we really are going to need a couple of Tetrises here. We're 3 and change away still. Barry Raid. Alright, there's a Tetris to 660, but we still need a Tetris and change. And we're now into level 28. That's basically the last level we're going to see here. Maestro might have to really get spicy. We're running out of lines. We're down to 2 lines left. 671. We're going to need a Tetris here and now. Need a J to get set up. There's a J to get set up, but it doesn't get it over! The bar in the next window, taunting Maestro, but he falls just short. And only 1-0 to Geo. Bringing the community over to see the NES Tetris vibes? That is pretty hype. Well, Padless is now CTWC legal, so nice. I think I gotta refresh Geo a little bit. Oh no! Barrow, my dead dear Geo. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give Geo a bit of a refresh here. Bit of a delayed reaction. Oh, Expedia. We'll give, I guess we'll give Geo a couple extra cents of Jeff Bezos bucks here. Pretty nice typo there, definitely. And we got the ready on Maestro's side, trying to shake off, falling just short on that chase down. Ready on Gio's side with a 1-0 lead. Gonna try expand on it. Maestro tries to chase that down as well in 3, 2, 1. Square up. And already, finding some really cool solutions. I'm sorry. That stack looked like a failed attempt at Jenga, and then all of a sudden, it's perfect again. Just Gio things. And multiple places could put that square, puts it there. But we are underway in game number 2. Maestro had a golden opportunity in that first game, but just short right at the end. Gio had a monstrous 18 transitioning north of 600,000. Just a blistering pace, but things fell apart in the 19. Now, both players really kind of having a rough go of it early days in game number 2. I have given folks quite the seed, apparently. But Gio's got it cleaned up, knocked down a Tetris to 83,000. 57 for Maestro, who is really just not finding the pieces that he wants. Able to squeeze a couple over here, but we are deep into Dig City. A little north of next box height right now. Maestro finding some good pieces. Starting to whittle this back away. Gio, as usual, has somehow managed to get back to perfect cleanliness. Doesn't opt for the triple. Oh my goodness, finally does. That was brave. And then the Tetris 139, playing 77. Add another Tetris, a little Toastris, if you understand the reference, for Gio to go to 162. Archaeology simulator. Yeah, that about sums it up. Maestro set up for something a little dirty on that left-hand side, taking a skim to keep it ready. Oh, needed a quick tap there. Gets gas back, gets that dirty Tetris down the left. Big shake of the head. Bit of a sigh of relief, but we're out of the worst of it now. Another couple of burned lines, and that well is back to the right-hand side. Thing is, again, you give Gio these opportunities, and it is a 120,000 point lead halfway through the 18 speeds. Alright, now what wizardry? Okay, how is that a solution? How is that a solution? How do you just get away with that? Anyways, 305 for Gio, who then overshoots a bar. 206 for Maestro, so it's 100,000 points to the left-hand side of your screen here. King doesn't want the smoke from Wilson in Manchester. Yeah, we'll go with that. Gio is a freaking artist when it comes to this game. I don't understand sometimes, but I mean, it is awesome to watch. Maestro now having to pull some heroics as well. Back up digging. Ooh, interesting placement of that L piece, and that can be problematic. We're getting a couple more helpful pieces. Alright, that T is going to be huge. The bar, alright, well reopened. Bar, score. There's a Tetris for Maestro. The room goes dark for a moment. A slightly dusty Tetris for Gio. 405 playing 288. we approach transition here in game number 2. Oh, wow, you saw the indecision there on Gio's board, but... Of course, no harm, no foul in the long run. Manages to squeeze another bar over that, but... Oh, now we see a little bit of harm. Alright. And that Tetris, just in the nick of time, will lower things down. We are very close to the transition, so not a time you want to be too high up on the screen. Maestro's clean at 361, starting to close this gap as Gio does just a little bit more digging before the transition to the 19 speeds. 385, the transition for Maestro. Next 3 lines will get Gio there, so we'll probably be burning in just shy of 500. No, of course not. We're going to be, you know, doing something. We are going to be burning in at 484 for Gio. And off we run once again in the 19 speeds. Last time around, Gio faltered on these, a bit surprisingly, but had enough of a lead that the score was able to stand up. So we'll see if there's any change to the strategy here. Nice T-spin execution to keep things clean. That square, of course, going to be spot of bother. But the Kingston special to flat bar. Not getting the T-piece to the spin until we've had to cover it up. Maestro, in the meantime, has cut this lead down to about 70,000 points as Gio sets up for something dusty. We'll get it. Column 3. Gio kind of... Oh my god, what was that spin? Why are you the way that you are? Anyways, Maestro with another Tetris will go to 518, bring this lead down to 42,000 points. So Maestro is also 8 lines ahead as we cruise through the 19 speeds. Gio now clean as well, knocks down that Tetris back up to 588, to 70k advantage. The 19 speeds appear to be much friendlier in the sequences for these players than the 18 speeds were. As we watch these two masters of disaster. I can't say that on this channel, can I? Anyways, before I get myself kicked back off the channel, Maestro, that Tetris can go to 646 in level 25. Gio finally finding bar to go to 711 in 24. And a skim to get set back up as Maestro works on revealing the left-hand side of the stack. Yeah, I think with a quick tap there to make sure that bar had the oomph to get to the right. You only have so much movement you can do with these pieces as a DAS player, but they are both now putting on a show. Maestro actually opting to get set up in column 7 here will knock that Tetris down. 691, 810 for Gio, so widening the lead a little bit more, and Gio's got more lines to work with. Knocks down a Tetris there. Gio to 843. Maestro 695 in level 27. Will take that Tetris there to go to 729. Trying to make sure that Gio at least has to play the rest of this out. Cannot give him any easy points. Giovanni up to 910 as Maestro goes to 763. Trying to squeeze out these last 2 points now into level 28. There's a Tetris. We'll go to 798. Could we be seeing some center well setup here, trying to maybe get ready for a little bit of 29? We do see a Tetris there from Maestro to 834, but Gio's at 985. 1 Tetris away from maxing out and is... Oh, I thought we were seeing some attempts at getting set up. Oh, Maestro just got that last Tetris in at 870. Oh, Gio was definitely going for some stuff, but I think it's going to cost Gio the max out here. 988! Both players with monstrous games, but Gio taking advantage of an 18 dig and cruising through post. Both players with nearly 500k post-transition, by the way. which is, as we say, pretty freaking good. But Maestro's got to find a little bit more somewhere. Try to get on the board. Gio's got both hands on the groom. Can Maestro get a grip? In 3, 2, 1. Square up. Coming up next. 7-Page Wilson, Gilded Lizard, if you are around, this would be a great time to make sure you're warmed up, make sure you're ready. But Maestro's gonna try and buy you some time as we get into game 3 here. Gilded showing up just to start immediately talking trash. I love the spirit. Now, if the gameplay would, suit. Oh, Gio, that is such an aggressive placement for that square. I mean, these quick taps are absolutely money, but oh my goodness, there's some aggression there. That is a very high up triple before the adjustment for the T-spin. Oh, lordy. And the Tetris for Gio to get some breathing room. 152 to 166. Maestro with another Tetris to 188. Actually holding on to a lead for the first time this set and is looking to try and keep it that way, too, as Gio reopens well just in time for another bar to 177. Well, yes, Gilded, but that is why I was saying if only the gameplay could match. Oh, again, both players kind of playing with fire a little bit here, getting a little bit high, but getting the right pieces to keep themselves alive. After all, can't score points if you top out. Interesting that Gio opted there to, had a couple different ways to go at that. But hey, it worked out in the long run. Like that. Maestro, big deep breath with that Tetris. 296, holding the lead. Gio at 237. We go over the halfway mark of the 18 speeds. 130 lines. The game increases in speed by 50%. Another 100 lines, the game increases in speed by 100% and gets basically unplayable for our two DES players here. And I'd say a majority of our lineup for tonight. A majority. Not necessarily all. Some food for thought for later. We'll say that. Nice triple to clean up for Maestro. Waiting on the next bars. There's one. There's another that can't be used, but we'll Akibar it and use the one after. Skylove's in here, popping in to cheer on Gio. And perhaps give a little bit of Spirit Bomb type energy so that Gio can fight back here as Maestro is taking about a 2.5 Tetris lead to the Joey Parker turn, the 100 line mark. Now the Tetris for Giovanni to 384, 441 for Maestro. Got a 2-line difference, so we're going to see that lead kind of bounce around a little bit. There's a Vitz from Maestro. Didn't want to let Gio have all the style points for the night. And now both players in a battle of doing 18 different tucks. But knocking down Tetris is 510 to 452, so still about that 2 Tetris lead. Trying to keep it from getting any bigger as Maestro looks like just want to keep this stack clean, although that is an interesting way to attack that Zed. Will get the tuck squared away as both players have to start skimming and burning off lines, waiting for the next bar to show up. But they find it. We're actually at about the same spot in the sequence here. Maestro is able to make use of more of those bars, though. 581 to 501. Maestro is actually able to expand on this lead just a little bit. But now burns in 219 on that 581 score. Ooh, and an early shift of the T-piece. Does knock down a Tetris, but now some digging to do for Maestro. Nice solution there to create room for that T. Maestro can work on getting rebuilt here. 611 to 553, back to about a 60,000 point difference. Both players now to level 20. Maestro transitioned a split second sooner, so we won't see a huge line difference this time around, I think. Maestro is going to opt for a triple there, but Gio has not got a clean board quite. It's not dangerous by any stretch of the imagination, but it is going to take a few more burns. 635 to 670, though. The score has tightened up a little bit here. Maestro actually a couple lines behind at the moment. Finally finds that bar, finds a score to 698 and a double to go to 701 into 22. Gio, following suit at 665, has definitely eaten into this lead, just trying to be those little bits more efficient where possible. And with Maestro having to burn off a couple more lines here, Gio also having to sacrifice a bit of efficiency for the sake of staying alive. Both players burning away into level 23, 712 to 673. It's a 40,000 point game. That lead getting poked away at, whittled down. Where is this next bar? Both players keeping their stacks in good condition, but you can only do this for so long. Oh, a couple of rough placements for Maestro. Finally, the bar show is going to knock down the Tetris to 751. But now a lot of cleanup that's got to get done, and Gio the Tetris is now down by less than 10,000. Both players managed to survive the drought, but Gio's stack is still pristine. Able to keep attacking here, and now Gio's taken the real-time lead at 776 to Maestro's 762. Maestro will get column 8 reopened, but opt not to take it. In fact, set up for a very aggressive, dirty Tetris to go to 796, 816 for Gio. Gio looking to reopen that right-hand side. Will do so with a double. Maestro working at a column 8 right now. Just trying to set up well wherever we can find it. Oh, but covers it right when the bar comes. We need another one. We need it in a hurry. There it is. There's a score. 837 plays 856. Maestro fighting to keep this set going. Pushing Gio to the limit. We are in level 27 on both sides. 872 to 890. Gio with a score to 925 at a level 28. Maestro 907 into 28. One line separating them. But now, Gio has to take that Tetris. And is going to lose out on one here, and maybe more. So Maestro with that Tetris, 943, has room for 2. Gio's only got room for 1, and this board isn't very clean. Maestro with an opportunity here. Doesn't get that one over, gets 978. Is ready for one more. Gio now having to get aggressively set up as well. Goes in, gets the kill twist to AO2. But Maestro fires back to A14. What a finish! But Maestro says, no, I will not go softly into that dark night just yet. Hold on, I got this thing back here. Now that is Tetris right there. Brilliant game. We got readies on both sides. Both players somehow managing to catch their breath from that thriller. I don't know if the crowd has, but they were loving it. I'm loving it. So let's see a little bit more in 3, 2, 1. Square up. All right. Whew. I'm gonna catch my breath for a moment. That was spicy. Everybody might love these high-flying, high-scoring rolling battles, but give me 2 DAS players at the top of their game any day of the week. Got a simply amazing spam message on Telegram where somebody just said my username to me. Absolutely amazing. What else is amazing are these 2 players. Naturally. Meister on 57,000. Knocking down a Tetris. Geo at 101, setting up a little Z spin into the Tetris to go to 124. We are underway in game number 4. No flashing, you like it? Yeah, actually, that's an option just in Tetris Gym itself. But also, the way that these scenes are laid out, you don't really have to... The flashing isn't included, which I like to. $161 for Maestro, $175 for Geo. That is okay. Well, I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what this shape was, but it was cool. Had a little square O there. There was a breakfast cereal that looked like that, and I cannot think of it for the life of me. Geo hitting an S-spin into a Tetris, naturally. Gotta do it the cool-looking way, also very efficient. Maestro on the Tetris as well, 247 playing 232. Go ahead and get your emotes out, because it is neck and neck once again. Not Cheerios, because it was like a square shape. Like, they looked like that. But brown. Crackling open. Yeah, I think that's it, yeah. I don't know why that thought immediately snapped into my head out of nowhere. I need a nap. But no time for napping. There's Tetris going on. Geo getting way up high. Up on the top shelf, but knocks down a couple of quick Tetrises. Get down off that shelf. And fills in a bar dependency. 341 playing 332, but Maestro is also a bunch of lines ahead. So Geo with the pace advantage here is, Maestro wasn't able to get that J piece all the way to the right, and now back to digging. We are past that 100 line marker once again. 435 playing 342. See, this is what happens when you give Geo an opportunity. All of a sudden, 100,000 point lead. Just hello. Whereas in Game 3, Maestro is able to actually hold a lead for the vast majority of the game, and really, that is one way to try and stave Geo off, is just get out in front early. Now you got Geo scoring dirty Tetrises like it's nothing over here, just going, yeah, that's nice. And spin-tucking T-pieces, you know, just casually just doing all that stuff. Waiting for the end of this match to prepare dinner. You start, but you can't leave Geo alone. Makes it sound like you can't leave Geo unsupervised, or they're gonna do something even more bonkers in the game of Tetris. 511 playing 437. As we keep an eye on our two players. Getting close to transition here. One Tetris left available for both, as they each knock one down. Yeah, see, when you leave Geo unsupervised, then you get line spins. Doubling into transition at 538. Maestro's in at 487 after a Tetris. Off we run to the 19 speeds in game number 4. Maestro trying to keep this party going a little bit longer. Geo looking to finish what he started. Maestro immediately working with a center wall, but Geo's gotten a little dirty here in the meantime. 550 playing 540, so Maestro now clawing back into this one very swiftly, trying to take a page out of Geo's book. Perhaps Geo working away at a dig down the center. I mean, these quick taps are ridiculous. Then the ability to keep dash through them is unfair. But this stack also getting really rough. Finally, a dirty Tetris down the center, but Geo still with a lot more work to do. 595 playing 558, so Geo has reopened a bit of a lead here, but Maestro will fire back there to 587. Geo has gotten this beautifully clean in a matter of no seconds. I look up for one moment. You go and do that. But now, a little bit more digging required. Geo does knock down that Tetris, but in the meantime, had to sacrifice the stack a bit. The Maestro clean, able to take advantage, take the real-time lead at 647 to 633. Both players going to level 24. Geo now the one setting up in column 4. The Maestro knocks down another Tetris. It sets up a bar dependency and does something in column 9 there. Don't worry about it. As somebody who's still learning to quick tap, you have no idea how these guys keep dash after one. That's a neat thing. You don't. Although you can, depending on what's going on, recharge very quickly. This is absolute cinema. In fact, I think we could go as far as to say, this right here, this is awesome. Oh, what's not awesome now is Geo's stack. It's getting real hairy up there. 776. We're squeezing out a few extra points somehow. How are we still scoring lines? But at 779, Geo is done. Maestro, you need to find your way to 780 in a hurry. Gonna need just about every Tetris available here. 780, the mark to beat. Maestro knows not much time left here. We need these bars. We need them fast. They're not showing! And Maestro falls just short at 722. The 779 is just enough, and your winner, Geo! What a first match. Hand. I did not accidentally click the wrong unmute. Or mute. You have no proof. What I have proof of is more players. Welcome back to Square Up. Welcome in to CTWC and your party of 4. Also, thank you so much for the follow, Madison, and the resub Constellatio, as well as Adam Irish. Cheering on Gilded Lizard. As we get ready to get our second match of 4 underway. Let me unpin the old seed. 20 Dan here as well, cheering on Gilded. Breeze, as long as you wash your hands, you'll probably be fine. Also, Adam, agreed fully. Well, with that spelling, Wilson, you are not lasting that long. Welcome on in, Omen Voir as well. Yes, indeed. Hey, let's go Tetris. 15 all the way is the call. Go with your own hair and how you want it to eventually look. I am excited. Oh, well, so now we have excellent hair versus lack thereof. Let me... Hold on a second. Let me take a... I might need to do some camera fixing here. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Alright, let me get y'all a seed. All letters! Let's go! Echo Bravo, Echo Delta, Charlie Delta! CTWC shouting out, time for some Tetris. That classic call sign that only Temp can really pull off. All right. We got readies on both sides. No reason to delay it. It's time to play. Good luck. Have fun, Egghead. Game number 1 in 3, 2, 1. Square up. Calling each other eggheads and stuff. Goobers. Introductions, please. On the left-hand side, they're a Hyper Tapper out of the UK, sporting a personal best of 580,792. That would be the one and only 7-page Wilson. Don't ask what happened to the other 6 pages. We're not allowed to talk about that yet. Their opponent on the right-hand side, desk player out of the United States. She's got a personal best of 626,000 points. And rocking excellent hair today. Trying to take the best hair in Tetris theme award. That would be Gilded Lizard. With the better stat currently as well. Both players kind of got some stuff going on. This new Tetris pad, I don't think I have. I mean, we've been having talks about padless now. Because we just had Giovanni on. Padless is now legal for CTWC. Now I haven't seen a new Tetris pad. Turn the page of the 6th page. That is a possibility. Shoutouts to Omen Voir, one of the excellent Friendlies hosts. Always there to put a smile on folks' faces. Both these players, I feel like, would have a lot more smiles on their faces. They could get out of these digs. Right now, we are basically neck and neck, 41-39. Through the early parts of this 15 start. I mean, Gilded, that is not where that piece goes. Wilson, not long for this world either, but long enough to have lasted for 43,000 points, which will beat the 40,000 of Gilded. I just got a call in. Wait, what did we say? What was that?
Oh no, I'm going to let it go, man. It's going to come out. Oh no, Kingsman.
That was weird. It's like I could hear Martz. He's not even up yet. Alright, we got readies on both sides. We gotta go a few more lines so that Threes has enough time to pee. In 3, 2, 1, square up. Oh, okay. You got the hitbox going on. Neat. I like the color scheme too. Very cool. Oh, thanks, Orlando. I'm inside your top 19 Wednesday Friendlies hosts that are currently active. Nice. Every time I do this intro, I have made the number a little bit larger. Speaking of the number getting larger, Wilson has almost beat last game's score already, and Gilded with that Tetris is in the same boat, almost beating last game's score. Trying to set up some Giovanni-style tuck sequences. Wilson's just setting up something. We've got some good shapes going on here, like this. What is that? Why is that there? Scattered in a different way to help you in your... Yeah, I mean... We saw that during the CTWC. Hand health is of the utmost importance. Y'all make sure to be taking breaks and doing your stretches. Both players have passed their Game 1 scores, which is a good sign. 47 for Wilson, Gilded 79,000. And the anime glasses push-up. I can't say anything, I've absolutely done that too. Think I'm within the top 10,000 Tetris players? Maybe. Hi, Winter. Well, dirty triple there for Wilson to go to 55,000, but Gilded now starting to double them up is on 102. Will get that bar over the left-hand side. Very clean stack for Gilded. Wilson, not so much. But that'll be a dirty Tetris. A little pullback and another one. Take two there small. Wilson up to 93,000 in a hurry. Gilded 123 still has the lead. This match was advertised as Kaka versus Kaka in the Tetris Friendlies Discord. If you're not in there, by the way, absolutely come check us out. Shows multiple times a week as long as we're capable of running them. Lots of awesome hosts. Square Up, the best Tetris show name in all of Tetris. I will say, I was very proud of how upset Vandy was that he didn't have that name. I was very proud of that. Lucatil, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Every little bit of the subs and bits and stuff like that all go to help making sure we can put on as much of a good show as we can. These players trying to put on a good show. 202 for Gilded, 148 for 7-Page Wilson, rocking the left well. We'll knock that one down, 167, though Wilson is 8 lines ahead right now. That definitely better than Wednesday Night War Crimes. Hey, my old show is not Wednesday Night War Crimes. Sometimes I wonder if that was what Sonny called his show, but you know. Loved Randy's reaction. Yeah, it was pretty great. That was one of my prouder moments in Tetris as a whole. I'm not gonna lie. Gilded with a bit of a spire in the center of the stack. But we still got time to clean it up before the 19 speeds. Wilson, not clean either. Threes is thrilled. This match has gone longer than 2 minutes, so Threes was able to use the restroom. We're all very proud of you. Did you remember to wash your hands? If not, I'm sending you back in there. Gilded is set up for something dirty. Would a bar actually come at a useful time? No, of course not. Oh, that was not a great placement of that. That bar does make it over, but we are in a world of hurt here on Gilded's side. All right, Square makes it left. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down here. I'm seeing the vision. But the bar doesn't go left. Flew a little too close to the sun, and that lizard is done at 279. Wilson got a chase down. You're going to need to play some level 18 speeds here, because you got to get to 280. 241 right now. A couple of Tetrises would do it. Triple to 249, so still about 30,000. I think you needed this bar to go here. That would have given you just that little bit of extra room. There's a bar, there's a score for Wilson at 271. Needs another 9,000 points. 276. Middle class white guy strategy is coming out. Another single, 278. Another single, 279.050. We're not there yet. 27 points. There's a double that'll do it at 280. What? I don't know what you're talking about. John Madden. John Madden. I hate you. 999. 999. 999. Question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. Football. I hate you. $9.99. We got readies on both sides. Getting distracted by stupid internet references. I'm laughing for real right now. Big American TTS. In 3, 2, 1. Square up. Snake. Snake. Snacky. Meanwhile, the dulcet tones of Mario 2 music are playing in the background. That'd be fitting right now. Gilded looking to extend this match a little bit longer and buy Threes some time to wash their hands. Wilson looking to finish this off in a sweep. and prove that if nothing else, they are more aerodynamic, I guess. A lot of DAS handshakes going on. We'll be seeing a good number of those here in the next match as well. If you... if your names are Marts and 3s, 2s, Chess, do keep an eye on the progress of this match as Wilson is up 2-0. But Gilded is trying to... Oh! Yay! Perfect clear. Mission accomplished. Nothing else matters. Screw it. It's over. Wilson at 50,000. Gilded on 71 as we get going in game number 3. We switch to the dark side. What are you, like an England Gambit player now? I don't know what Wilson just yelled at, but Wilson's yelling at something. Might need a bit of a refresh. I don't know what happened, but I'm back. That was weird. That was weird. 131 for Gilded. 148 for Wilson. Had by a couple of lines. The Gilded set up for something a little bit dirty here. Will we get the bar in time? Not even going to wait for it. No, just... Ooh. A bit of a rough placement there, but Gilded working her way... Well, was working her way down until a bit of a misdrop. Wilson is still clean as Gilded pokes away at this dig. Set up once again for something dirty. There it is. There's a bar. Dirty Tetris. Big head nod there. And clutch, because that brings the stack down a good, healthy chunk. We're past the halfway mark of the 15 speeds. 100 lines on this will bring us up to the speeds that level 18 are at, which is actually level 16, before the game increases a level every 10 lines. 166 for Gilded. Wilson, 228, has taken the lead, although Gilded firing a Tetris there to bring it back to within about 2. Gilded having to burn off a handful of lines there. Wilson clean picks up a Tetris. Now it takes a double to transfer the well back. Gilded with about 5 different LJ dependencies, but gets enough pieces to fill them out and knock down a score. 210 playing 268, Wilson out in front. Now 3/4 of the way through the 15 speeds. Tetris there for Gilded should go to 229. Wilson can answer right back though, 289, 60,000 points now, so looking more about 3 Tetrises here. Gilded gonna get a bar for a dependency. Wilson will take a double there. Still have a couple of lines left to burn off to get the stack clean. Both players are clean, waiting for bars as we approach the transition to the 18 speeds. There's a Tetris for Gilded up to 274. Wilson at 313 will now find a Tetris to go to 332. Transition now right around the corner for our players. And Gilded gonna burn in at 278. Immediately start bringing this stack down because this bar has not been very forthcoming. Oh, that is a very, very rough placement there. We gotta find a way to get something to the left, but that might be a little bit too tall of an order. That's going to be it at 281. Gilded is done. Wilson You're on the big screen. Play it out. Nice split triple. Interesting placement of a Z shortly afterwards. Not even gonna bother finishing the game, just gonna celebrate. Big dubs for the big man. Very, very, very excited. I know what he's excited about. The Ocarina of Time remake. Right there. That's why Wilson's excited. Doesn't have anything to do with this. Same number of hearts as hairs on his head. Let's see. Hold on. 1, 2, and 3. No, you're right. Alright, we will be back in a moment. We are halfway through, but we got more where that came from. Don't touch that dial. all that frame of not hitting 5 taps. Players, if you'd like same piece sets, let me know. We are definitely seeing some of the frames of 3's gameplay. Can't wait to get destroyed. Well, we might find out about it soon. Might. I mean, it was weird because, like, before you restarted, the frame rate of everything actually got better for a bit. You might just have too much crap running in the background. ESPS say our players. So I'll provide a seed. 70 Alpha 448. Nothing running in the background? Naturally. But the GLHFs are out in chat. Martz is ready. Oh, that's a great looking start. ZZZ square bar S. Wow. Look at that seed. That is terrible. It's like that one version of Tetris where it specifically looks for the worst piece it can give you, so all it does is throw S's and Z's. Alright, we got it ready. We got a hover 3. No reason to delay. It's time to play game number 1. In 3, 2, 1. Square up. Maybe. Let me do a little refresh. Just in case. Okay. A little bit closer. Introductions, please, on the left-hand side. He's a DAS player out of Canada with a personal best of 812,865. You know him, you love him. We know him as Mr. Friendlies, among so many other names. Never decline. Ho ho! It is the Canadian Crusher, Martz! Martz's opponent, on the right-hand side, he is now a roller out of the UK. Personal best overall, 1.126 million points. Getting back on that grind in a new way. Looking to checkmate his opponent one more time. It is 3s, 2s, Tress. Thank you for the follow, SHVCs. We get things underway. Game number 1, 3s at 75,000. Martz on 121. Indeed, 3s. Working out the rolling. We'll see how much that he's got the rolling under control. As sure, the professionals, like we saw over the last weekend, make it look really easy, but it's not. It's not. Whereas on the other side of the screen, you'll see Martz with the traditional DAS play style. Repping the old school and digging away. Both players been in a bit of a dig situation here, about spot of bother, but bringing their boards back down. Three's going to be fully clean now as Martz gets that well reopened, but it would only be good for a triple, so we're just going to focus on survival for a little bit longer here. Three is starting to knock down some Tetrises. We'll take a slight lead past the 50 line mark. 161 playing 220. Casa de Martz, one of the three groups that make up the Big Tetris Families, with a whole bunch of folks in the household taking part in this great, great game of ours. Got to see the Friendlies, or the Families Championship at our most recent Super Show, which was a good bit of fun, if you ask me. Gotta have some entertainment there. Martz right now would be entertained by this board actually staying clean long enough to score some Tetrises. He's been getting kind of screwed by his bar timing. We'll finally get a Tetris there, go to 220, and then add a split triple afterwards. Threes has kept it under control for now, 337 through 80 lines. Unable to use that bar for a score, so just plonks it flat on the left-hand side, but we'll use that one up to 360. Martz, though, ready to fire back, will do so, getting to 250. So we're looking at real-time about a 6 Tetris advantage for 3's 2's here. Although, now 3's with a bar dependency down the center of the board. Score playing score. Did Colin steal that from you? I don't know. I think it's just everybody stole it from everybody. Morlando's bar timing, usually good. Just go after work and head home with enough time to sleep. That's fair. See, I don't do my drinking out at bars. I do it at home. I always say, though, I got three main reasons why I do my drinking at home. It's cheaper. It's safer. And last calls whenever I can't get back to the fridge for another one. If I can't get all the way back to the fridge, then I'm clearly done drinking. So problem solved. I go to bed. 344 for Martz. Threes at 479. Enjoying a hearty lead here. We approach the transition to the 19 speeds. Players less, well, last calls when you fall asleep on the couch. Ooh, threes overshooting an L piece there, but we'll get a Tetris to bring the board back down. Martz will take a couple of scores as well. 395, playing 527. Threes having a strong 18, but will be digging for a handful of lines here. So Martz can get a little bit back here before we go to the 19 speeds. There's one for Martz. We'll go to 418. He's with the booms. Welcome back in, Drew to guard. As we see our players both transition there. 445 to 561. Oh, but Martz overshoots a couple pieces. Board falls apart. Let me call my fellow Team Same Voice member, Burb. What do you got to say?
Come on, man!
Yeah, I feel the same way. Joltia, thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. As threes, you are way good for game number 1. Mr. Up to start 19. Yeah, your stack was really looking solid there, and then just, yeah, that spiraled very quickly.
bed.
Am I in deep shit? Alright, I won't say the thing that just came to mind. Looks like yes. I was just thinking like the thinking emoji can't be in deep shit. If I am deep shit. Wow, my microphone is picking up me popping my knuckles. Anyways, we got it ready on Martz's side. We got a hover 3 on 3's side. Only fitting. Game number 2. Can Martz dig his way out of the caca, or will that hole get deeper? In 3, 2, 1. Square up! Sorry, throat is being a little weird. Anyways, bar T, J pieces are correct. And Martz will strike first. Last call is when you make the first call to your ex. I mean, you should have stopped before then. We'll just leave it at that. We'll just leave it there. Threes is up 1-0. I mean, if you want to get picky, yes. As King taught me, never let the truth get in the way of a good story. And now the story being, who's gonna survive these digs? Martz actually set up for something a little dirty here. That is a boom dirty Tetris from Martz. And a clean one afterwards. He might be shaking the head. But hey, 80,000 to 78. That'll be a lead for now. Tetris for each player, 103, 104. We are neck and neck. Threes, a bit of a war crime setup. The quite delayed Vitz will the bar show eventually. Now, will we get another one? Roller's just thinking they can set up Vitz whenever they want and just be like, yeah, I'm allowed to because I can move pieces real fast. Anyways, Tetris both players, 152 plays 131. Threes a knockdown, no score to basically keep this game tied up. I like poking just a bit of fun at rolling. Depending on who's playing. Sometimes I'll poke more than a bit of fun at it. 199 for threes, 221 for Martz. Don't know what you just said, but it was hilarious. Oh, thank you? Martz shaking the head. Needed about 4 bars for the left side of the stack. And wow, now just getting so many J pieces that are just not helpful. Ooh, this stack is getting real dangerous real quick. Muscling pieces to the sides. Martz is fighting for his life. But I don't know how much longer that life is going to go. No bar, no help. No way, no how. Martz is done at 228. Threes at 294. We'll have that quick 2-0 lead. Mart's quickly shaking it off, though. Always making a sport about it. And he's ready once again. Threes, hover the threes. For game number 3, can Martz get on the board? Or will threes break the blue curse of the day in 3, 2, 1? Square up. Just a simply bonkers stat. Every time I look at it, it amazes me. But as of a couple of weeks ago, of course we know that Martz has the most matches played in Friendlies and Tetris history by what you might call a lot. How much is a lot? Kingsman has the second most Friendlies matches played at 236. Martz has him beat by almost 300. Almost 300. I'm actually finally up to 6th on that list at 121. That is something I've always enjoyed about Martz, though. This man never declines a match. For the love of the game, he is out here doing everything. The dreaming blocks, yeah, something like that. Dreaming of a Tetris there to go to 79,000. Threes will fire 1 to 151s. We get game 3 underway. Sorry about that. Had to mute for a moment. Threes, bit of traffic on the board. Oh, but overshoots a Zed. That would have been a perfect way to clean this up. And now Threes going to be digging high up on the board. Now needs a clutch 5-tap that may be very difficult to get. That's not going to happen. Threes is done at 177. Martz, you have a chase down. We're looking for 178 to get on the board. One more Tetris would do it, but we have all the time in the world. Martz can absolutely go into middle-class white guy strats here and just start lining this out. We'll see how he wants to do it, though. The lost roll. Did you try retracing your steps to see where you might have dropped it? Again, Martz, we're looking for 178. Just 12,000 points away. Hold on. Now I gotta write it down. 178K. Because somebody went and cleared their screen off so they could do... Look, I'm still fast. I'm just gonna write it down. See, this is why I have this, really. Alright, so trying to do this in style. Finish it off. We're set up. We're ready. We're burning back out of it. We are set up again. There's the bar. There's the score. There's the fist pump, and that'll be enough to get Martz on the board. You won't sweep me today. Judy, I be the roller. I got the game off of their roller. I'm coming for you next, Remy. Sorry, had to get my prerequisite bad impression out of the way. We got it ready. We got a hover 3. We got a game 4 on our hands. You'll love to see it. Can Martz get another hand on the broom, get a grip, and bring us to a decider? And will threes finish what they started in 3, 2, 1? Square up. It's a thing. We poke a lot of fun at Martz, but he's definitely one of those players. Don't give him a free game. He will take it, and he knows how to. We'll give him guff, but man knows how to execute a chase down. Right now, having to stay patient early on that bar, not coming at a very handy time for Martz. Threes with the rolling, able to just sling pieces around until he gets what he wants. There's the bar for Martz. And another one. Take two. They're small. He'll go to 57,000. Threes has got the well covered for the first bar. Opens it up in time for the second. He'll get another Tetris. Martz will fire another one, as will threes. 95-79. Here we go in game number 4. Finished rewatching the finals from Saturday that you didn't catch live. So the silver and bronze ones. As main event was on Sunday, and that was also pretty intense. I did a lot of yelling at my computer screen when I was actually able to catch matches. There was a lot of yelling at my computer screen that went on. I think threes might also be yelling at their game, because this stack is, it's not great. You got a hole here, and here, and here. Yeah, I'm gonna clean those up. Yeah, Sunday, yeah. Yeah, if you did not catch the World Championships live, whether on location in Pasadena or here on twitch.tv/Classic Tetris, keep an eye on the YouTube. YouTube.com/@Classic Tetris, where I should be live as well, but I screwed that up because I'm not the smartest. Didn't know there was World Championships? Yeah, we literally just had it. It was a blast. 3 different tiers of brackets. And generally just a really cool time. I wish I could get back out there. I'm not going to lie, folks. I miss being at live tournaments. I only got to go to 2 CTWCs, but they were fantastic fun. So if you ever get the chance to even go to a regional, let alone a big event, if you haven't yet, put it on your to-do list. Trust me. 268 from Martz. To-do list is to try and get a T-spin here, but he's not even going to bother waiting for it. Don't blame him. 228 for threes, who is clean and will knock down a Tetris to bite into this lead that Martz had built up. But bit of a diving board there on threes side. He will get a Tetris, but now a lot of cleanup to do. $277, $276. Yeah, neck and neck, I think, is pretty accurate here. Let's get set up with that J down the center. Could use another one from the left. No helpful pieces. Alright, that L will actually help a lot. Another one would be great. Now the J finally shows up. Thank you. But, oh boy. Oh, this is getting a little bothersome. Alright. Art's finding a few ways to burn this down. There's a good bar for the right-hand side. Martz is working his way out of that sticky situation. Threes has taken only a little bit of an advantage here. Actually, not even that much. Just about a 5,000 point difference on the same line count, really. So we remain very close. I'm guessing not a lot of bars during that stretch. The threes had to skim off a bunch of lines in order to stay safe. I was too locked in watching Martz working his way out of that dig. Both players knocking down Tetris's 360 to 367 on pretty similar line counts here. Another Tetris from Arts. Oh, a late decision with that piece. Thankfully, stack a little bit lower than where Threes is right now. Threes, though, not too much work to get this well reopened. There's a Tetris to go to 400,000. Art's not even going to bother waiting for a bar. He's just playing it safe, taking these burns. Nothing wrong with that. Don't be a hero. Take the triple. Like, even here, Mart... Ooh. Well, that was one way to go about it. Mart's had plenty of opportunities to set up for something dirty, but just is taking the very safe routes as much as possible. Problem is, starting to climb, and oh, I just looked at how many lines we're on right now. That could get dangerous, too. Transition at 450 for Threes, a little bit high up, but not too bad. Mart's... Oh, can't get the T over at 403. Fought as much as he could, but couldn't quite get there. Martz is done, and Threes, you've won. Play it out. You're on the big screen. This must be Threes' favorite football club. Not sure what they won in 2026, but congratulations to them, and Threes will be clearly celebrating just as heartily. Take that Tetris to go 533. One more to go before we hit level 23. See if Threes has really got this rolling down. Appointment for CTWC 2028. Alright, we'll see about 28. You'll be there for sure? Nice. I have to figure out if it's possible. Oh, that's gonna block off that left side and end the game for Threes. But you've done more than enough. 2 years to make it happen. Yeah. It's right in the middle of a bunch of things, but we'll see what we can dig up. The important thing here. Been another excellent match. One more to go. Don't touch that dial, because next up, a title belt is on the line.
Looks like there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event.
Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, we are here. It is time for our main event of this episode of Square Up, and this is for the Twitch TV belt. And unlike how I do things usually, introductions please before we get the match started. On the left-hand side, your reigning, defending, undisputed Twitch TV champion, it is the Rocket, Remy! And on the right-hand side, Remy's challenger, fired up for that purple belt, but having to face perhaps a new form of an old foe. It is Morlando. This is about scheduled for 3 falls. The Twitch TV belt always in play, and we will bring it down to the side of Remy, who you might notice has gained a dangerous new tool in his arsenal, even if he didn't hit those 5 taps. An already difficult DAS player to defeat has picked up rolling. But can Morlando punish him for falling to the dark side? Players, if you would like same piece sets, let me know. When you are ready, we can go. Welcome on in, 20Dan03, party at 2. You're here in time for our main event. Your seed in chat, 92 Alpha 09 Delta. Those unaware, we here in the Friendlies universe, as we've got a bit of a wrestling bent, a little bit of a wrestling theme, we have some title belts, and this one is the most contested, the anytime belt of the Tetris world. This is the Twitch TV Championship. Any match you play while you have this belt is a title match. No pressure, just defend that thing with your life. There have been a number of interesting belt holders for the TTV Championship. We've seen some pretty amusing and some pretty lengthy reigns already. At some point, I even ended up with it, which is just silly. And I don't know if that's a statement or a warning, but Remy pointing out, be trying rolling in match for the first time. Maybe just for the first game, though. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. We got the GLHF's in chat. We got a Ready on one side. We got the Ready on the other. No reason to delay. It is time to play our main event. In 3, 2, 1. Square Up. S-bar S. We are underway. On the left-hand side, our champion of the purple belt, Remy the Rocket. Personal best with DAS, 1.106 million points. just got his first max with rolling very recently. Now busting out in a match for the first time. We'll see just how much he's got it under control, because he's got a stiff challenge in Morlando, the challenger on the right-hand side. DAS player out of the United States, also with a personal best. 1.1 million, just a shade higher, less than a Tetris between them in those PBs. Early days here, game number 1. Obviously, also less than a Tetris between them. Morlando setting up the bits and getting it. John. Thank you so much for the subscription. Much appreciated. Every little bit always does help. By the way, Morlando is a commentary shark. A commentary shark. So is he trying to battle Sharky for the spot of everybody's favorite underwater host? Is that what I'm getting out of this? Also, every time I see the name John, I just think of Kitten Arcader's videos. And how we're always introduced to characters with John blank. And it makes me laugh. Because I like their videos. Anyways. 167 for Remy, 133 for Morlando, and a Tetris to go to 156. Remy's a bit high up on the board, but is finding ways to keep the stack safe. Got good control of the rolling so far, so I see why. Ooh, but I didn't quite get that J where it needed to go, but a couple of Tetrises here, and Remy will be nice and safe. Heard a new commentary for a Tetris tournament. He's really gifted at it. Comedic flair with his commentary. Nice. We can always use more good commentators. That's why otherwise you get stuck with, like, me. Like, who would do that? Ugh. Anyways, all I've got left is self-deprecation. And score checks. Morlando, a bit of an early shift there. Gonna go to 209 and figure out how to clear out this diving board. Remy not clean either, is at 244. We get things grooving along, about the halfway point of the 18 speeds in game number 1. Morlando biting into this lead here with that Tetris. Remy will take a score here to go to 272, and now perhaps deal with this hole in column 3, or not. Could just build on it with a slightly dirty center well, and that's what we've got so far from Remy. Dusty little Tetris there to go to 294 to Morlando's 260, and about the same line count. About a 1.5 Tetris difference moving through. This Twitch TV belt has been highly contested, and it is always a fun one to see getting thrown around, seeing people going at each other. Because you do really get a number of different faces going at it. The only real rules with the Twitch TV belt are that you cannot, any match you play in, obviously, is a title belt match. It is always up for grabs. So you gotta actually, like, show up and defend the damn thing. You gotta play matches. And also, there is a limit to how high your personal best can be and still play for this of 1.2 million. Which sadly now excludes me. Yep, a maximum of 1.199. I wasn't going to say anything, Dan, but you brought it up. Dan would know with his 1.199999999. I hate you. Question mark, exclamation point. To be allowed 1.2 as long as you're a DAS player. I mean, I wouldn't argue, Colin. Welcome on in as well. Another one of our excellent Friendlies hosts. Remy at 430, Morlando 437. Both players on the verge of transition here. And got their stacks under control, ready and waiting. We are pretty neck and neck here in this first game. Remy with one Tetris there goes to 455. Yeah, no, it's just a few thousand points separating our players. Waiting out this last bar. Orlando's just going to burn it at 464 and bring this stack down. Ooh, Remy with a bit of a misdrop on the left just before transition, too. Only 2 lines left, so going to have to get this cleaned up in a hurry. In we go at 458 for Remy. But able to bring this stack back down. Got the right pieces for a few burns. Oh, but another couple of misdrops in the center here. Morlando with a misdrop as well, but is holding on to the lead. Remy's stack is climbing. Gotta get that 5-tap left. Gets it with a J. L down the center. Remy starting to bring this back down. Orlando at 487, Remy at 476. So both players are still in trouble and need every last point. Who can just drag out that much more out of this game? Ooh, Orlando looked like may have lost gas for a moment down the center. Now he's lost it in the center. 491, he's done. Remy has a chase down, needs to get to 492. The stack has gotten a lot healthier. We're not quite out of the woods yet. 487, 488, 491, 140 is enough. 498 for the little extra on top. Game 1 to the champion. GG. Is Remy rolling? Yes, indeed. Remy has picked up rolling. Ready's on both sides. Remy's got that 1-0 lead with rolling, but can Morlando prove why Das is the superior playstyle in 3, 2, 1? Square up. And you hear to hear from Martz as well. First match that Remy has played with rolling. What a time to bring it out, defending the Twitch TV belt. Hey, smooth jazz music, you want to come back? Thank you. So both players had a really rough go of it in the post-transition there in game number 1. It was a very back and forth affair basically the entire time, but Morlando just couldn't quite hold on long enough. Left a short chase down, and Remy was able to take advantage and get the first game of the set. But that's just the beginning. We are underway in game 2 with plenty more Tetris to play. Mart's pointing out Remy has gotten very consistent scoring with rolling, 800 to 900,000 more often, which, considering Remy is already usually pretty good for some pretty strong numbers, that's a scary concept. Right now, he's got to do something about the left side of that stack. That's not really what we want to see there. Plug mine into the king, pointing out Remy, not Kaka. And then using, Martz's Kaka emo. I mean, stack a little bit Kaka right now, but the score is still enough to have the lead for the moment over Morlando. Finally getting the bars, Morlando. He's been clean, patient, and waiting for a while, up to 117. Remy gotta be digging for a minute, so this will be an opportunity for Morlando to try and build up a bit of a lead. Of course, then that's when you get hit over the head with bars when you cannot score. You know. Thanks, game. Your timing is impeccable. Orlando's managed to take the real-time lead. Remy has got this stack down closer to the bottom here, but just not able to get out of this perennial dig. And now Morlando finally starting to try and take advantage here. start building a bit of a lead. 191 playing 147. Keeping it clean and simple. Morlando looking to fight back into this match. He's out here saying, we can't just let rollers have everything. You can't have all the belts, that's not fun or fair. And right now making a good case for it with this lead, 284 to 179. Out of Tetris for Remy to go to 202. But still almost a 4 Tetris lead for Morlando as we cruise past the halfway mark on the 18 speeds and then some. Remy has had this purple belt for a hot minute. As of March 20th, according to the Discord, Remy's been holding on to this belt and has been doing a pretty stellar job, honestly, representing and defending it. We have traffic on Orlando's board here as we get to the Joey Parker turn. Yeah, if you check out the Friendlies Rankings channel in our Discord, !Friendlies, you can see the different belts, who's in the running for them, who is looking to chase down those prestigious titles. Yeah, Remy has had this belt for almost 3 months. And never saw a belt challenge so regularly in Friendlies. Yeah, it is awesome to see folks who are here to defend it. Unlike our championship belt. And then, well, I'll just leave it there for now. Besides, we're about to hit transition. 425 from Orlando, taking some safe burns. Oh no! That is a terrible misdrop right before transition. That is not the time you want that to happen. Oh, we need a J. Oh boy. Here we go in at 431, but can't get the bar over and he's done. Brutal timing for that misdrop. Remy with that Tetris 433 will take game 2 and be 1 game away from defending the belt once again. Finishing the game with 469. Hey now! Orlando back against the wall. Oh, and still throwing trash talk out. And now you gotta back it up. Remy's up 2-0. Both hands are on the broom. Can Orlando keep himself from getting swept away in 3, 2, 1? Square up. That is a danger with dash play that transition to the 19 speeds can be very, very dangerous. Brand new setup for Quebec event is almost ready. Nice. Early days, game 3. Morlando back against wall has 76,000. Remy, 95,000. One game away from retaining this belt once again. There is a slightly dirty Tetris down the center from Orlando. Perhaps feeling some of the pressure, but another Tetris for the perfect cleanup. This plan working out perfectly. Clean stacks on both sides. Players are kind of making my job easy or hard for a little bit. 215 from Orlando, 257 for Remy, who, you know, as soon as I talk about people having clean stacks, the stack is no longer clean. Love that for me. And a bar would only be good for a double. Most split double ever. Instead, Remy's going to bring this down with a couple of smart burns, but that'll allow Orlando to basically tie this up 264 to 262. Remain neck and neck as we hit the halfway mark. You were in Orlando's chat, didn't realize he's playing Remy? Well, yeah, he needs your power. He needs your energy to stay in. Got the lead right now, 310 to 297. Having to stash a bunch of squares on the left side, and now Orlando's going to be the one digging for a bit. Remy is clean, can start trying to take a bit of a lead here. Orlando just needs a bar. Get it, take that triple down the center. 348 to 345. Yeah, we are pretty close right about now. Pretty close. Tetris from Orlando, 370 to 372 for Remy. At the emotes out, we are neck and neck. Simul bangerang, they were on the same pieces in the sequence, 442 to 402. The 3-line difference, pace-wise, less than a Tetris in it as we go over the Joey Parker turn. As Orlando's feed freezes for a moment. It'll come back when it feels like it. There it is. It's back again. Oh, that is a rough misdrop. Again, right before transition. Orlando misdropping a piece. This time got a little bit more room and is a little bit lower down to be able to clean this up. And an excellent series of pieces to do so at 478. Remy at 494. He's got about a 1 Tetris lead here. Orlando tighten up the 19 in time. Oh, Remy didn't get that bar all the way left. Gonna take a triple to get enough time to 5-tap that over. Orlando, let me try and give a refresh here as Remy is ready to go into transition. 5:29 for Remy. An ad here out of Orlando. So we'll get an update as soon as it is available. Remy plonks a bar down the center for a double. 5:43 here in level 20, but didn't get that bar all the way left. Gets the next one over, though. Needed to hit that 5-tapper. It was going to get way too difficult to hit another one. Remy 573 did not get that T rotation in, as Orlando's feed is catching up a little bit here. Now back about 15 lines. Tetris there. Orlando's on 541. Remy is in danger at 574, but his roll's pretty sharp so far. Remy definitely not out of the woods yet. Still a lot of work to do. 585 now for Remy. 577 for Orlando. Back by a full level's worth of lines. But Remy is rolling. Orlando playing with Das. So Remy will have to, may or may not need to have to pull out the 29. But a dirty Tetris down the center, trying to make that not even matter. Remy up to 623, but didn't get that bar left. Got the next one over, though. Absolutely incredible. Great time to nail that 5-tap, but still a lot of work to be done on Remy's board. Orlando trying to take advantage of 618. Remy's on 630, has the real-time lead, but is still way up high. Orlando knocked down a score, will take the lead at 648. Remy can't get that Z to the left, and that'll be it at 632. Orlando at 656 is on the board. Says, hey, we're not done yet. GG. That was a hell of an effort, yeah. Six seven 6-7-6-0 is Orlando's score, Law. Refresh you again. Yeah, every time I do, I get more ads. There we go. No. There we go. Lol. Anyways. Remy is ready. Orlando getting the seed updated is ready. Orlando on the board, got a grip on the room, but he's got to get a second hand on there to avoid being swept away. Will he get a grip, or will Remy finish the job in 3, 2, 1, square up? Early days, game number 4. Orlando's internet doing things, but he gets a Vitz in the side of the stack. Kavan O, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in to your home for all things Classic Tetris. Twitch.tv/Classic Tetris. Orlando able to get on the board in the previous game, put together a pretty solid score, and Remy found himself trapped in an eternal dig on the 19 speeds. Wow, that's a lot of bars in a row that neither player could use for a Tetris. Absolutely incredible. That is how we find ourselves at 2-1 in this match. Orlando trying for the long-term chase down. That is the reverse sweep, but he's got to get through this game first. Remy on 166, but with about 5... No, wait, no, just 1 bar dependency. It looked like 5. Morlando on 167. These two players keeping it close once again. Nobody really ever able to build a huge lead. Oh, boy, that is a rough misdrop from Orlando in the center of the stack. Not even going to bother trying to get a spin. Will get a Tetris. And just bring the stack back down in a hurry. That could have very swiftly brought an end to this set. Thankfully, it did not, and we get to see more Tetris. 180 for Remy, 204 for Morlando. Remy now setting up something a little dusty here. We'll knock down the row 2 Tetris. Orlando will take a skim and get a row 1 Tetris. 232 to 227. We are putting on a bit of a show here. Both players battling through tricky spots, showing excellent survival. The IP seed, apparently. Well, it's also about the timing of the bars. Oh, what was the one name that CT3 gave the bars? One of the players. I think it was one of Eyeball's friends. But they had an alternate name for the bar that was really funny, and they kept using it for, like, the next couple matches. 349 from Orlando, 326 for Remy. Add a Tetris to go to 349 as well. They're separated by a single and some pushdown points. Bit of a diving board there on Remy's side. Tried to go for a, like, triple or quadruple tuck. Did not quite get it, but that's quite alright. Because the nice rooftop burn solution. Beautifully executed. Well spotted, too, really. I would have gotten that burned off, but in about 5 more burns somehow. Now Remy with the center well. Rocketing up to 377 before burning the stack back to the ground. 441 from Orlando, so now opening up a bit of a lead here in game number 4. Orlando adamant about getting this shot at Remy. Very adamant about it, and now eager to show why. Built up a couple of Tetris's worth of a lead. All his friends are cracking you up on the stream because you can hear him in the background. I love the various crowd shenanigans that'll happen at CTWC. Just the goofiest things will suddenly take off, or all sorts of just... The excitement is absolutely palpable, and you can just tell how much everyone is just... They're having just the time of their lives. It's awesome. 522 from Orlando. Into transition at 523. Remy is at 458. Also about to hit transition, but not with the greatest boards. Here we go. 462 for Remy. So Orlando about a 90k advantage right now. Ooh, Remy did not get that bar over, but gets that one for a dirty Tetris to 483, but still a lot of work to be done. Orlando going to go to level 25, 56. Take a safe triple. Remy hits a much-needed 5-tap. Bit of a head shake there, but Remy still... Oh, didn't get the J over! Can we get anything else for that left-hand side? The bar doesn't go! 494, Remy is done. Morlando at 573 brings us to a decider. Time for Kingsman to say his signature saying. I think, is it, Oh! That's all I can think of. Oh, Wi-Fi, that's why. We got readies on both sides. We got ourselves a decider. It's only fitting for a title belt match. We don't count deciders down from 3. We count them down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Square up. Orlando pulling my strat of 12 pushdown points to kick off the game. Great way to ensure you never enjoy Club Zero. Both players dealing with a lengthy early drought as we kick off this delicious glass of D cider. Both players also with Misdrop at the center of the board. It is being well handled on both sides. Nice. You love to see it. And then they both shake their head anyways. Alright, fine. They won't compliment you guys handling your misdrops well. I see how it is. Bar timing not quite to Morlando's liking there. Finally is one for a dirty Tetris and a little bit of a fist pump. And then a handshake. 45 for Morlando, 45 for Remy. Both players have had issues at the start of this seed. In different ways, but, you know. Ooh, that is a rough misdrop for Remy in the center of the stack, and then kind of just quick snap decision to take that burn. Bringing the stack down very nicely. Excellent survival instincts here, and we'll take that double to get reopened. Bars have not been very forthcoming so far this seed. Orlando getting one as well as covered. The timing has really been the problem with these bars. Neither player's really been able to take advantage of it. Orlando almost could have gotten a dirty there, but we'll get one a dirty Tetris here to go to 107 to keep this match tight. Both players, excellent recovery from some really rough situations. Another early shift there from Orlando. in a spot where he can handle this. A greedy placement of the J there. He's got the control to get to pieces where they gotta go for now. Could bring it back down once again. 135 for Remy. He's taking about a 1 Tetris lead here. Miss drop in the center for Remy. Morlando with the wiping the sweat from the brow. Hard work digging that much, but now that we don't have to do any more gardening for the next year and a half, might as well start scoring. 163 to take the real-time lead. Remy's got a very long bar dependency down the center. Plugs it right as the bar comes. And slightly ill-advised tuck of a Z. Remy in a spot of bother now. Great spin. Goodness gracious. These rolls working out just in the nick of time for Remy, because we got to get this stack down in a hurry. Great L for the double down the center. Remy going to get out of danger here. Another bar would be great for a triple, but we're not even going to wait for it. Just burn this down as quick as possible. 212 from Orlando. Early shift of the T-piece. But got the well open. We'll get the Tetris there to go to 237. Have about a 1.5 Tetris lead. 2 Tetris lead, really. Go over the 90 line mark on both sides in this deciding Game 5. This heat is hell indeed. Putting our players to the test, but I mean, if you're going to have a Game 5 for a championship belt, might as well really prove it. Accidental Vits from Orlando. 0% shot that was intentional, but it worked out. Thing is, we are neck and neck at this point, 232 to 246. Any lead that Orlando had is gone. Another early shift. But a good adjustment there, and Orlando will get that Tetris. Try and hang on to whatever is left of this lead as we approach the transition one final time tonight. Orlando on 320, Remy on 305. We are neck and neck and hitting transition one more time here in just a few lines. Orlando stack not the way you really want it to be. That normally Remy never complains about RNG. I'm guessing there's been a few choice things said. Both players have transitioned. 354 for Remy, 331 from Orlando. That should speak volumes about how rough this seed has been, but our players are fighting their way through it. Oh, but Remy! So dangerous. We need pieces to burn this down. Both players dealing with a hell of a drought. Orlando is done at 335! Remy has survived game number 5 to take the game of the match and retain that belt. And still your reigning, defending, undisputed Twitch TV champion. Play it out here on the big screen, the Rocket Remy! Way to fight for every last pixel on that JPEG of a belt. 380 and 22 should speak volumes. Neither of these players usually putting numbers up like that, but Remy holds on to the belt. Who's going to be next? Congratulations, that young man right there. And that is the question. Who's going to be next to challenge for that purple belt? We saw some more clamoring over in the Discord. We had some yelling about it last night. I was trying to put together maybe a little three-way match, but we didn't see it. That doesn't mean we won't have more contenders. But for now, it's been very fun, folks. I've been IanKeith, your host for Square Up. One of only 30 or 40 different Wednesday-ish, every other week, sometimes friendly Tetris show. Exclamation mark, exhale. Yeah, no kidding. Talking about holding my breath all the way through that last match. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Join us in the Friendlies Discord if you want to see more cool stuff like this. We got shows Mondays, Fridays, sometimes on Wednesdays when I manage to do my damn job. Thank you to everybody who came out and played, watched, cheered our players on, and just had a good time as always. And as always, a reminder that it is never goodbye, it's only good night. Which means, for now, good night, everybody!